What's up, guys? MouseRat2217 here, still enjoying the last remnants of the winter update in Red Dead Online. So let's take a quick look at a couple of things. I gotta tell you, no matter how many times I'm immersed in this world here of the wonderment that is the winter update in Red Dead, I never get tired of it. It's so good. And you can see here it's snowing pretty hard. And, well, not pretty hard, but compared to normal, I guess. But we're going to hit a few dailies and just kind of enjoy roaming around the world here while it lasts. I guess Monday night will be it. Andy, what was that about? That was weird. What, are you stuck in my house, in my tent? Here, I won't look. That way you can get out. He's just like me. Oh, I did something embarrassing. Don't look at me. All right. Perfect pills. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Lasso looted. Okay. Large, medium, resupply. Man, that blending tonic thing. That is an everyday deal now, isn't it? Dude, I sure did. I partially regretted. So what I did is I got 2 Sanchos medium, and I went ahead and threw on a taco. That taco was the mistake. It was a little too much, but you know what? It wasn't the end of the world. It's probably one of the better Sanchos, or pair of Sanchos that I'd had. And normally we go and visit on Fridays for whatever reason, but this time it was a Wednesday, so no fish tacos for me. Oh, that was a bummer. I actually even asked the girl if they could special make me some, and the answer? No. Not even a moment of consideration on whether or not they might go ahead and do it. It was just no. But I get it. Look, they got a job to do. They can't cater to me. They don't know who I am. They don't realize that I'm a big deal. Yeah, you know me. Eric Strother's a huge deal. What? Why does it drop your wagon in a spot where you can't even drive? Ugh. Anyway, it was good, man. It was good going there. It was good seeing my family. Got to hang out with my nephew, Bo. I hadn't seen him in a solid while. Met his girlfriend. She's just as adorable as the day is long. It was great. We talked lightsabers and video games. That kid is cool. And, yeah, that was a good time. Got to see my mom. Got to see my dad and my stepmom. The kids were relatively good. See? That's what I think it should be. There should be a parade. Man, I gotta tell you, Hawk, there's something about going back to Mount Carmel. There's parts of Main Street that bum me out. Like, I love the town, but you know, where buildings have been torn down because of fire and whatnot. Specifically, a couple of places I used to play in bands at, and you can't help but wonder if that cursed them and that's why they're not there anymore. But it's a little bit sad, man, seeing that go by the wayside. But I'll tell you this, nobody I talk to there, well, with the exception of my nephew, shares the love of Red Dead that I have. He actually had some kind of cool tips and stuff that he and his buddy do whenever they're playing. If they start getting grieved by somebody, they use the rolling block or the Carcano and set up to where you just lose sight of the person visually. And then just navigate with the red dot. You look for their name, their tag over their heads, and the red dot. And that's how they just keep them at bay. And I'm like, that's quite devious and pretty smart. But the young, they can teach you things. Yeah, Hadley's, the Bluff. Amanda used to work at Hadley's. I used to, play at the Bluff, played at Tommy's there. on Lower Main Street. I did love seeing the Christmas trees, though, hanging above the intersections. Oh, when I was a kid, that's how I knew it was the start of the magic season. It's when those Christmas trees were up there. But in typical fashion, Taco Tierra was excellent. Taco Tierra in Mount Carmel, Illinois, right on Main Street, right on the corner of Main and 8th. Yes, it was fantastic. They are so efficient there. That's one thing my dad asked me. He says, "Are you going to the one in Fairfield?" And I'm like, "Oh, that Fairfield was trash." I mean, typically the food there is good, but they're so slow. I mean, it is like painfully slow. You get stuck in the drive-thru and it's even remotely busy, you're looking at 45 minutes. Just easy. An easy 45 minutes. You take that, sir. Here I am, an innocent businessman trying to make a delivery. And these guys are so averse to my... It's like I'm a small businessman and they're Walmart. Look out, take that, Walmart. Right in the face. Yup. I don't remember what the collector dailies were. I do feel like one of them was collectibles looted from NPCs. What? Oh, shoot. I accidentally hit the D-pad and fired a warning shot. I think we're kind of past the warning shot stage here. What with the dead bodies and all. What? Eek. Nice. I'm trying to loot them as I go, even though that really puts my customers there at risk, because a lot of times in these things, they'll disappear in between the load screen and the time you finish it and the load screen to tell you that the mission's done. Oh, but see? Oh, I've got 2. A gold tooth and an alcohol bottle. I could seal this deal right here. Where are you? Nice. See that? Oh, sweet. Free aim plus 20 every time. Excellent. I'll take it. Is that another lootable body over there, or are they just 2 of them piled close? I think it might be 2 of them piled close. Oh, it is? So he's closing up shop, huh? Is he still alive, bud? I mean, and no disrespect intended. I just, I'm just curious. You know how it is, man. That's kind of the nature of things. But, yeah, I don't know if he's still around or not. Ooh, player bounty. I'm not interested. Were the bounty dailies location dependent? I don't recall. Hang on. I'm busy doing something important on my phone here. All right. Okay, let's do this. We'll just fast travel. I just want to do this quick. Were any of those still lootable? No. Alright, what were my collector dailies? So let's look. Arrowheads, bird eggs. Not going to find any of those around here. Well, I could find arrowheads, I suppose. Now, so the building's going to be torn down, but is the business open, or is it just gone too? Or you mean the store's been gone? Or he's been gone? I'm so confused. I just haven't kept up on that important stuff from Mount Carmel. Let's do a resupply.
We're in business.
We're in business.
Okay, don't ask me how I know this, but some of our
You
fellow
know,
prisoners
Mount Carmel was a
have
good town to
transportation difficulties,
grow up in.
strange
Yeah, I kind of
behaviors,
figured it did.
brigands, and outlaws. So we can play nice
So
or we
where
can play
did
smart.
where
You
did the
aren't very
Aces
good
start
at
getting
playing
all of their
nice.
gear from? Because they always bought that through him. I'm pretty sure, the jackets, and everything. Yeah, but you know, listen, I've been gone from there for 25 years, something like that, somewhere in that neighborhood. 24 years. So man, who knows? The time's kind of flown by, though, really, when I think about it. Something kind of neat, man. One of my former bandmates from years ago, I was in this band called Shine, and it was the last, like, what I would call really viable original band that I was in. And it was really good songwriting, really good players, great vocals. And that was sort of like my last hurrah before it's like, well, if I can't make this work out, I'm gonna kind of give up on, you know, trying to get a record deal and the whole bit. And anyway, what the guy Mark, the keyboard player, found a video of us playing one of our songs, and it had one of my favorite guitar solos in it, that I played. It was really just like this melodic thing. Of course, the cameraman instantly went to the other guitar player during it, but whatever, you know. That's not what it's about, I guess. But it was cool to see, and man, was I in good shape back then. That's whenever I was into bodybuilding and taking andro and the whole bit. Dude, I was all muscly and lean and had real short, spiky hair. And I was playing my Paul Reed Smith that I have since given to my buddy Lucas. And I mean, my tone was so 2002. It was, you settle down, man. It was the Mesa Boogie with a Paul Reed Smith. That's like what everybody was doing back then, especially in St. Louis. You know, I still have almost all of that rig. The effects board I was using at the time was a Lexicon MPX G2, which was super expensive, and it was the kind of the first thing that really pioneered the dual signal path, like effects in front of the amp and effects in the effects loop. Well, the effects were always great, but man, the foot controller was so finicky. Like, you'd step on a button and it would double trigger it. Which, the downside of that is that what would happen is it would trigger, and if you stepped on the same button again, it would move you to the last patch you were on. And so you'd hit it and the lead channel would come on and then go off, which sucked. But it was cool because it had boy, this is like some advanced guitar player nerdery here, but it had tip ring sleeve switching in it to where you could make your presets switch your amp channels. Really pretty cool stuff. So yeah. Anyhow, it was neat to see that. Boy, oh boy, it made me really think I've got to start eating better. Of course, I also had Little Italy's when I was in town yesterday. Oh, the last pizza I'd gotten from there wasn't terrible, but it was not great. This pizza was fantastic. So yeah, Little Italy's for lunch. Taco Tierra on the way out of town for dinner. Oh, what a day. People are like, how was your visit with your family? Well, I had Taco Tierra and Little Italy's. Yeah, but your family, yeah, they were there. I saw them. But man, those Sanchos, medium. Quite good. Quite good. Man, Hawk, if I'd been in town for like a longer period of time, man, we should have tried to meet up course, we always just do the one day in and one day out kind of thing. You know what I mean? The whirlwind, I like to call it. Because Amanda had to work today, first thing, so it's not like staying overnight would have really been very handy. But yeah, she had to go, so we just left in the morning, had to make a stop to pick something up, got to Mount Carmel, visited my mom, ate pizza, went to my dad's, visited him, got taco tiara and left, got home last night like 10 something. It makes for a really long day, but it's worth it. We just don't get there very often. But anyhow, let's see. What was I gonna do next? Let's
There you are.
gas
King of the
up.
supply run.
Yep, there I am, Crips. You act like I just surprised you, even though we just got done talking minutes ago. Much like what my kids do. My family does a podcast about the show Bluey, one of our favorites, you know. And we were doing an episode where I was talking about a thing that had happened, and I asked my daughter if she remembered what else happened, and she mentioned the exact things I had just said. I'm like, kid, I literally just said that. Oh my gosh, Ted's Twisted Penny. That was the day. Ugh. Well, you know, Perkins, man, he's gone. He passed away. And so I don't know what that would look like if we were to do something like that. I certainly wouldn't be adverse to it. Perry and I always talk about meeting up. I don't know if it'd be awkward for Amanda, what with, you know, Jason. They dated for, I mean, that was forever ago, so it probably wouldn't be awkward in the slightest, but I don't know, man. Perry found our demo and sent me a couple of MP3s from it, and it was pretty epic to relive the glory days of that band. Because you know what? I mean, we were dumb kids and we didn't really know what we were doing. But we had some good stuff going on. And, yeah, it was a good time. I do not look upon that without a heavy degree of fondness. Yeah, the Case Family Band. He, come over here, you. It's his son, his son's wife, I believe. And they do like original Christian music that's quite good. If that sort of thing is your bag at all. His vocal style is just so good. I love that gruff sounding. I don't know what the word I'm looking for here. Like grit to his voice is very good. It's very good. And he, man, you want to talk about just a genuinely good dude. You'd be hard pressed to find a better dude than Perry Case. It's kind of funny, man. I tease Amanda about it a lot, but he's the only guy in that band that she didn't date at some point. Especially including me now that we're married and whatnot. I mean, it wasn't anything serious, you know. She went out on a date with this person and this person. I just like to tease her about it. I think she gets annoyed hearing about it, though. Hey, what's up, person? Punk Vinny Sense. Well, at least he didn't shoot me in the back when I went past. So there's that. You know, it's the little things. It's the little victories that you got to celebrate. I should get a better handle on my stream here. And start doing things like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. No, I guess it is. Start doing things like having that song queued up, like My Mind's Eye, which was my favorite song. that we did. As far as like being catchy, it was very good. My guitar solo in it, it's funny, man. It's so hacky. I listen to it now and I'm like, oh, I just cringe. It was the very first thing I'd ever recorded in like a remotely professional studio, and I was so nervous. Oh my gosh, my vibrato sounds like Kirk Hammett's vibrato. It's like real fast and slightly pitchy, and but I did lay down in like this sweet guitar harmony on it, and I remember I didn't tell the guys in the band I was going to do it, and I said, hey, dude, can we punch a thing in? And the guy only had this 8-track studio. I'm pretty sure 8-track. And so what he did is he like did the drums, recorded them, and then bounced them down to a single track. Or a pair of tracks. I don't remember. But so yeah, he punched my like guitar solo overdub in on the I think on the background vocals. It was really cool, man. Where is that? What's up, Blake? Yeah, I've got a decent little whoops, get back here, you. There it is. I've got a decent little like podcast board I use. But man, if I had it all set up where I just like Stream Deck, boink. But I don't make any money from this, and I'm unlikely to, so it's hard to justify the expense, especially when, you know, I don't have that sweet disposable income that I had whenever I was playing in Throw the Horns. I was actually talking to Joe, the singer of Throw the Horns, also Mount Carmel native. Blake, it's good seeing you in here, by the way, man. Hope you've been doing well. I was actually just thinking about you because I was in the room where all my Star Wars gear is, and I was looking at that Jack's Pacific Trooper you sent me. The Dark Trooper. Oh, he's so cool. Anyhow, yeah, I was just talking to Joe. He is a Mount Carmel native as well. That's a crazy story if you've never heard